There are verses in the Quran that are not simply stories of the past. They are mirrors unveiling your present, your inner world, your very soul. They speak to the eternal drama of existence, intimacy with the divine, the whisper of forgetfulness, the fall into distance, and the sweetness of return. Among these, the story of Adam and Hawa in Surah Al-Baqarah is not a distant memory. It is a living parable of your own journey. It is about your longing, your slips, your struggles, and your homecoming. Verses 35 to 37 hold this entire cycle. They are like three acts of a play written by the divine hand, yet performed within the heart of every human being. To hear them with the ears of the soul is to awaken to who you are and where you are going. So let us walk slowly, attentively through these verses. Let every phrase touch you, not as information, but as sensation, a whisper that moves through your chest, a light that trembles in your heart. Verse 35. And we said, O Adam. The verse begins with intimacy. Allah does not speak in the abstract. He calls Adam by name. The distance between the infinite and the finite collapses in this address. The Lord of the cosmos turns to a single being and says, O Adam. For the Sufi, this is not only history, it is a reminder. Your soul too was addressed. You too were called by name in the world of spirits. To hear Ya Adam is to remember that you are not forgotten, not random, not abandoned. The divine has always known you, spoken to you, held you. Dwell you and your spouse in the garden. Uskun, dwell, settle, find home. It is not a command of movement, but of rest. The soul's true home is not wandering, it is resting in the divine embrace. You and your spouse. Adam is not told to dwell alone. His wholeness is mirrored in Hawa. On one level, this is companionship. On another, it is the union of the inner masculine and feminine, the body and the soul, the reason and the heart. To dwell in the garden is to live in harmony, not fragmentation. Al-Jannah, the garden. More than a physical paradise, it is the symbol of intimacy, the state of nearness, the inner homeland of the spirit. To be told to dwell in the garden is to be reminded. Your true nature is nearness, not distance. And eat from it freely, in abundance. Here is divine generosity. Rugged means freely, without limit, in ease, in abundance. The garden is not a place of scarcity, but of overflow. To eat here is not only physical nourishment. It is to partake, to taste, to receive the sweetness of remembrance, the light of intimacy. The soul feeds on nearness the way the body feeds on bread. This phrase whispers, do not live in fear of lack. Your essence was created in abundance. When you connect to the source, you discover you already have what you need, wherever you will. This is freedom. The whole garden is open. There are no walls, no fences, no prisons. The soul, when near to the source, moves in spaciousness. On a deeper level, it is the freedom of will aligned with the divine. In nearness, what you wish is already what he wishes. True freedom is not rebellion, but harmony, the joy of moving without fear, knowing every step flows toward the beloved. But do not approach this tree. Here lies the mystery. In a sea of abundance, there is one limit. The divine generosity is vast, but there is a point of caution, not to restrict, but to protect. The Sufis teach, the tree is the illusion of duality, the temptation to see yourself as separate from God. It is the whisper of ego, the taste of I and my notice. It does not say, do not eat. It says, do not approach. Do not even come near the shadow of separation. Once you flirt with forgetfulness, it can intoxicate you. Every soul has its tree, the subtle temptation that pulls it away from remembrance. It may be arrogance, greed, despair, or pride. The lesson, protect yourself not only from sin itself, but from the approach, the slow steps that lead to it, lest you be among the wrongdoers. Zulm means placing a thing outside its rightful place. To wrong is to misplace. If Adam and Hawa approached the tree, they would not harm Allah. they would harm themselves, stepping out of harmony into chaos. To forget is to exile yourself from your own dignity. The phrase is a warning of love. Do not diminish yourself. You were created for nearness. To choose forgetfulness is to wrong your own soul. Verse 36. But Shaitan caused them to slip from it. Notice the mercy in the wording. It does not say they rebelled. It says Shaitan caused them to slip. A slip, sudden, small, born of forgetfulness, not deliberate malice. This is the human condition, not pure evil, but forgetfulness. The slip is when the heart forgets its source for even a moment. And he removed them from what they had been in. What were they in? Not only a physical garden, but a state of intimacy, remembrance, unity. Shaitan cannot steal paradise. He can only veil the heart, remove you from your state of presence. This is the reality of every whisper. It does not destroy you, it distracts you. It does not erase the garden, it veils your awareness of it. And we said, descend. The descent is not merely physical to earth, it is spiritual, into the world of forms, of multiplicity, of struggle. From unity to duality, from ease to effort, from pure nearness to the challenge of finding your way back. Enemies to one another. On the outer level, humanity and Shaitan. On the inner level, the conflict between soul and ego, remembrance and forgetfulness. Within every heart, there is a battlefield. And for you on earth is a dwelling place. Even in descent, Allah provides. Earth is not a curse. It is a dwelling. It is where the soul learns, where it grows, where it remembers through struggle. And provision for a time. Life is temporary, provision limited. The earth is not the final home. It is a passage, a training ground, a field where seeds of remembrance are planted. Verse 37. Then Adam received words from his Lord. The turning point. Even after the slip, the door opens. Adam is not left in despair. He is given words, a gift, a rope from the beloved. These words are not only speech, they are light, guidance, the secret of turning back. Even repentance is not from us, it is given by him. And he turned toward him in forgiveness. Repentance, tawbah, is not only Adam turning to Allah, it is Allah turning toward Adam. It is a mutual meeting, a reunion of longing and mercy. The fall was never the end. It was the beginning of a deeper intimacy. In the garden, Adam knew Allah as giver. In the descent, he came to know him as forgiver. Truly, he is the acceptor of repentance, the merciful. The verse closes with names of mercy. The story is not about fall, but about return. Not about despair, but about hope. The beloved's mercy is wider than every slip, deeper than every fall. The flow of the three verses. Taken together, these verses form the eternal cycle. Nearness, slip, descent, return. This is the rhythm of every human life. We begin in the nearness of innocence. We slip into forgetfulness, drawn by whispers of separation. We find ourselves in the struggle of this world, facing inner and outer enemies. And yet, at every step, the door of return is open. The Sufi masters remind us, do not curse the fall, for the fall itself is a hidden mercy. It teaches humility. It shows us our need. It breaks the idol of self-reliance and opens the path to the true beloved. In truth, the story of Adam is your story. How many times have you tasted nearness in prayer, in a moment of remembrance, in a breath of love, and then slipped into heedlessness? How many times have you descended into worry, anger, or desire? And how many times has the Lord placed in your heart words of return, pulling you back with his mercy? The garden is not lost. The garden is hidden within you, waiting to be uncovered whenever you turn back. Closing reflections. As we sit with these verses, let them echo inside you. The garden reminds you of your true home. The slip reminds you of your fragility. The descent reminds you of your purpose. And the words of forgiveness remind you of your endless path back to Him. The Sufi path is nothing but living this cycle with awareness. Instead of being trapped in the fall, we awaken to the return. Instead of drowning in separation, we let longing pull us back into the ocean of oneness. Beloved listeners, as you reflect on these verses, do not think of Adam as distant. Think of him as your own mirror. Every slip you make, every fall you endure, is not the end. It is the beginning of a return that can take you deeper into divine mercy than you have ever been before. So tonight, before you sleep, whisper the words Adam was given. Whisper them not with despair, but with longing. Feel them rise from your chest like a flame. Say, "O my Lord, I have wronged myself. If you do not forgive me and have mercy, I will be of the losers." And then wait. Feel, listen. You will find the turning, His turning toward you. And in that turning lies the secret of existence, that no matter how many times you fall, the embrace of the most merciful is always wider. Stay with this truth. Live it. Return again and again until every breath is a homecoming.